Right guys, Shay here, Uneven Bounce, hope you guys are well. So, I just realised I just did a video on Dominic Sibley and I kept my South African cap on, so that's a bit odd. But I managed to change it now, go back to the English cap, because I'm going to be talking about another English cricketer, and that is Jofra'a Archer. So yeah, obviously we all know what happened with him last week. He broke the COVID bubble regulations and stepped out for an hour or two. Apparently went home, apparently went to see his missus. Alright, fair enough, but not fair enough, let's be honest. I think it was obviously a very, very, very stupid decision. Maybe his missus was harassing him and he thought, let me just go home quickly and, you know, see her, and then he'll pop back to the ground. But very, very foolish, wasn't it, really, let's be honest. I'm really glad that he's not the book thrown at him. I mean, God knows what would happen if he was in the ODI team and Owen Morgan was his captain, because you know the way that Owen Morgan holds grudges. I don't think you'll see Archer for a long time. But yeah, anyway, yeah. I think it's, you know, I'm glad that the ECB have obviously given him, I think, a £15,000 fine, you know, wrap on the wrists. You know, I think it's a written warning, but they've also rallied behind him as well. They realise what's happened. He's a young guy. He's 25 years old. You know, he's made a big mistake. I think he realises that. He's obviously been isolated for 5 days. He's now back training again. He's available for the third test, which is good, because I thought they might have just sacked him off and said, you know what, you're not available for the rest of the series, and you're going to basically, that's just basically part of the punishment. But no, they've made him available, which is great. I do wonder sometimes about these punishments they're handing out, and whether are they basically changing the stance dependent on the need for that player. I think about Alex Hales, for example. What happened with him? I mean, obviously that was another major misdemeanour, we could say, but they pretty much thrown the book at him. Let's be honest. That obviously I know wasn't his first incident, but they seem to have discarded Alex Hales from what I can see, which is stupid, really. Let's be honest. I think it's stupid anyway. You might disagree, but let me know in the comments. But I think, yeah, anyway, it's stupid. But Jofra'a Archer is obviously, you know, I don't care what anyone tells me. I think he's a world-class operator. He's a great bowler. He's outspoken. I'll get to that in a second. And he's got quite a lot of spunk about him. But he's a really, really, really good bowler. And he's the future of English bowling. I mean, let's come on. Broad's 34. Anderson's 38. Walker's 31. Wood's 30. And he's, well, I don't say he's, you know, stitched together, you know, put together by split sellotape, but he's not, obviously, we know about his injury issues. You know, Sam Curran, 22. Jofra'a Archer, 25. Ollie Robertson's, I think, about 25. Jamie Overton, 26. You know, Ollie Stone, 27. These guys are the future of English cricket, you know, probably led by Chris Wokes. But, you know, that's what it is. And Jofra'a Archer, I think, is by far, out of all those bowlers, the best one. The best one. They know that. He's a very talented, gifted cricketer. So, you know, have they kind of been a bit more lenient on him because of who he is? Possibly, yeah, quite possibly. Let's see what happens now. I mean, why I'm doing the video now, a week on pretty much, is because of what's happened since. I mean, he's come out, was it yesterday or today, about receiving racial abuse on the situation. Now, I don't know what it is. I'm just, I don't understand why people, you know, chuck racial abuse. What the hell's that got to do with it? Do you know what I mean? It's just like, because I think race is at the forefront of a lot of people's minds at the moment. It's out there in the public with the BLM movement, etc. It's just almost highlighted people's prejudices, it seems. It's exacerbated it. Where maybe it might have been quelled, it might just kept under the surface, but we saw what happened to, you know, Wilfred Zaha, which Archer cited as well. And now Jofra'a Archer's got it. I just don't get it. Like, I just hope that people who are like, who give him stick for the colour of his skin are not going to be cheering him. Don't cheer him when he gets a fifer. Don't cheer him when he wins your World Cups. Don't cheer him when he knocks over Stephen Smith with absolute devilish bowling. Don't bother. You're just a hypocrite if you are, you know? it just gets me. I don't understand. I don't understand. You know, I'm just, you know, it's disappointing. I mean, as Michael Vaughan came out saying he needs to develop a thicker skin. I don't know if he's just trying to be controversial for the sake of being controversial, but, you know, that's just a stupid comment, really. No, those times are over, mate. It's not a case just simply just to sit back and listen and just turn the other cheek. No, this is over now. People are trying to make a stand here. That, you know, Jofra'a Archer doing the right thing by saying he's going to report to the ECB. Why should you stay silent and just absorb it? You want to call social media? Okay, fair enough, but then why should you do that? You know, a lot of people, the vast majority of people care about Jofra'a Archer, they like Jofra'a Archer, and some small, tiny minority who are trying to ruin that for him. Why should we lose Jofra'a Archer from social media? You know, social media is a wonderful tool now to be more interactive with these people. I mean, they were just, these professional cricketers and footballers, etc., they were always behind the screen, you know, just completely, they were, you know, when I was growing up, they were like in another planet. And now, because of Instagram and Facebook, etc., you feel you can almost connect with them. You know, it's fantastic if it's used properly. So I don't want him off social media. I don't. He just needs to, I guess, report to the right channels if he receives, obviously, any more kind of, you know, racial abuse. He needs to do that. So I hope it doesn't deter him too much. I hope he just, you know, he's able just to kind of rise above this and just crack on and just focus on his cricket, you know. And just keeps churning out good performances. I think they're learning a lot more about Jofra'a Archer as time goes on. And I think he's learning more about international cricket. I think, you know, like, he's making some blunders, he's done some silly things. I mean, he lost his World Cup medal, didn't he, when he was moving house a few months ago? Not the best thing, is it, really? I mean, a World Cup winners medal. I mean, there's people who would kill for a World Cup winners medal, you know? Literally. And he could have lost it, you know? So, yeah, I said, you know, it just gets me a little bit how he's been treated since. I just hope it doesn't affect his game too much, because a lot of the stuff that he's getting involved with, like the stuff with Tino Best, that's a waste of your time. That's a complete waste of your time. That's negative energy being spent just for the sake of it. Complete waste of his time. You know, who the hell is Tino Best? Let's be honest here. You know, he was an average at best little fast bowler. That was it. You know, he was okay at international level, nothing special. He's already eclipsed Tino Best in 1 year than Tino Best in his whole career. You know, that's fact. No one will tell me that Jofra'a Archer is not better than Tino Best. So anyway, yeah, that's really it. That's really on that one. Disappointing Archer initially, but I think ECB acted pretty well. I thought they came out with some strong words from Ashley Giles, etc. But I think he's done the right thing. They brought him back to the fold. Just missed a test match. Got a fine, written warning. Cool. Shut the book on it and just move on. Good stuff. So yeah, that's it, guys, from me. If you enjoy the content, like the video, found it useful, please do like it, share, and also subscribe. And I will see you on the next one. Cheers.